I'm seriously taking applications for a project I'm working on. Um, Part of what it is I'm trying to do is share a completely different mindset. And as you can probably see, waking people up to, the truth of what's going on is a little bit challenging. So you target what people would be interested in the most, and people are interested in solving their health issues. So, what I am working on right now is working on one specific illness that I know inside and out, which is ADHD. So, I'm starting this website that kind of teaches you a different perspective on what ADD, ADHD is, autism, that whole family of what they were calling as a mental illness. And it's something that I suffer from, which I didn't want to be labeled as an illness because it's not an illness, it's a skill. It's a talent that needs to be mastered. And it's like being a friggin' genius, but you got to know when you're wrong. and um, like, for example, autism is the inability to communicate effectively, which is you can't really talk too much to people that have ADHD. They can't receive information, and genetically, when they have kids, it'll be heightened. So their children would be more susceptible to having autism. Now, the heightened condition with autism is like it's a lack of communication. It's like the child is hypersensitive, and words tend to mix us all up. So if a real genius can see that, hey, if I speak, you'll misunderstand me, so I'm not going to speak. So it's like you have an autistic child would already have this knowing, I ain't gonna get involved in your language because your language is so friggin' mixed up. You say one thing, but your actions are saying a different. It's like, a parent saying I love you as they beat the crap out of you. A sensitive child would see the pain in what you're doing and call that love, and yet this child knows that love doesn't feel bad. It's an intuitive thing that we all know. So basically, what I'm looking at is I have a host of websites that I want developed. Um, Dealing with my ADHD, part of the problem is you get all these really great ideas and you're off in a million different directions accomplishing nothing. So, part of mastering my skill is looking at what's good for my world, because if you cure most of these mental illnesses or health issues, that means you're actually changing the whole system and how it's functioning, because we are only getting sick by our lifestyles, how we earn our living, and how we spend our money. So, the current healthcare system needs to be changed. We need more information on every illness. So, I'm going to target one illness at a time. Heart problems are another one that's easily, cancer is another one. All of these have been successfully cured with this completely different mindset for over 20 years. So I'm looking for somebody that can do the programming for me, because I can't do everything. And that's part of what ADHD is mastering, knowing when to have a good idea and sharing the idea with somebody else. One of our problems with this economic system is one guy wants to do all of the work, and it's the top that are always profiting off of somebody else doing the labor, which they're going to automate, so there's even fewer workers doing the jobs that can be done. So what we need to do is put more opportunity back into our economic systems. And it's not so much that you have to change the system. You have to change how we value things, how we work within the structure, and systematically it will unfold. You don't have to worry about the bigger picture when you're focusing on the smaller one individually. If we all sort of cured ourselves, magically world peace would happen. So it's, you don't have to be focused on the bigger picture. You'll get lost in that bigger picture. You just have to get stuck in your own smaller picture and seeing what you're producing. So if there's any programmers that are out there that are looking for work, and you don't want to be working for that corporate structure, that is pumping out stuff that is actually not very good for humanity. You may not even know what types of jobs out there, what types of products are out there that are bad for humanity. Basically, if you're working today, you're working for something that's dysfunctional. So we need to introduce new opportunities, and one of them is like this. I have to do the work for free to get something started, knowing full well that it will prosper. But there is an audience. There are people that are interested in it, but you have to put a value on it. So what I'm proposing is more like a partnership where I'm sharing equally the profits. So because I could have a great idea, but it means nothing if it's not built. So my idea is just as equal value as the guy that's doing the work. So this is an opportunity for anybody that's out there that wants to do some work and be able to make any profits that it makes after it's built. You don't even have to do a thing. This is something that would be um, on a regular basis. I update it. If it's designed the way I want it to, then it's providing me with a way of updating it on a regular basis. Um, it would be sort of like an interactive school. So it's something that I would be working on a regular basis, but because the website is already up and running and somebody's caring for it, you're making whatever I make, you make. But it also has to be something like this would be the profits would be massive. And part of being successful is knowing your value and not exceeding it, because as soon as you get too greedy, as soon as you take more than what you're worth, it's like a rock star earning billions of dollars. It's like, are they really worth that much money compared to the level of poverty that's going out in the world? So it is a structure that I want to introduce, a new business type structure where I'm sharing equally with whatever work that's being done, but after it exceeds that money, it's not like a nonprofit, but more of a way of helping fund new ideas. Because as people are healing from whatever we're going to call mental illness or cancer or whatever illness, you are doing it with your lifestyle. So we need to fund different lifestyles, different business opportunities need to unfold, and it need, I mean, try finding funding anywhere. So this is a way of sort of you're earning through it but giving back to your community. um, Ultimately in the end, once it's out there, I'm going to be out of work. If it works and everybody's healed, then what do I do? It's this is the mentality that I see, is a lot of things that are helpful to fix problems are also dependent on that problem so that you profit from them. So I can't have a business that's reliant on people having a problem. I actually have to cure. If it works, then I'm unemployed. So it is a business that we need to design a structure where we can fund our new ideas after this one's done. So this is a way of doing it. So I am taking applications from anybody that's seriously looking for some form of employment. It's a very, very easy website. You need to know database, security, all the everything that it takes to secure a good website that is taking in a profit. It is taking in selling a service. People value it. You can't offer this shit free, otherwise people won't value it, won't listen to it. But people tend to listen to something that they tend to pay for. So it's, you can't escape that system. So you got to go with that system, but gradually change it into something that is a lot more healthier for all of humanity. So I am taking applications. Anybody, I also would love to produce a documentary. Anybody that's interested in film or a series, there's opportunity for you. Share it. It's the hardest thing to sell. The answer to everything. How can you find out the answer to everything? How can you find a cure to everything? I know that this is a really, really hard sell, but I think everybody kind of wants it. We just got to do it. And once it's built, then the proof is in the results of it. Um, I know this stuff has helped heal so much of my life. It explains so much of my life that it's got to be shared. And I wish I could do it free, but I've had a YouTube channel out here, and it's like people are stuck in the pain. They're stuck in their problems. So just doing it the way I've been doing it on YouTube doesn't work. It's better to share this with people that are dealing with their health issues, and they'll be more open to hearing different new ways. Plus, if it offers funding for a different way, that helps pull yourself out of the patterns, because we're stuck in our social settings. How we all function together is dysfunctional. So we need to find new ways to fund and create something completely different. And we can do that through our illnesses that we suffer from. So, and it is how we profit from it. So, got to profit, but not profit in a greedy way. So, taking applications, anybody that's got any skills that wants to find some type of work, let me know, because I got a billion ideas that are just so much opportunity for everybody, but I can't do it by myself. Right now, I'm working on getting a lot healthier. One of the things that I'm sort of tapping into is aging. And I wasn't aging up until about 3 years ago. And while I've been in this healing mode, I was in enormous pain that I was overcoming. And while in this enormous pain, it's like the will to live, which has a lot to do with aging, is the will to live, and how much um, the way you live has a lot to do with aging. I'm going to be 53. So I don't think I quite look 33, but I know I'd like to look at least 10 to 15 years younger than what I am now. So to be able to sell that, I got to get myself back in shape and look a hell of a lot younger than what I'm looking now. So that's what I'm focusing on now. Part of that is you really got to love your life. So I'm out here loving my life as much as possible so I can be the example that I'm trying to sell. But in the meantime, I do want to do something productive and work on this website with other people. So um, love to hear from you if you want to get to work. It's build it, and you got to trust that you will draw an income from it. The faster we work at it, the faster you can bring your income in. You the people with the money, you got to figure out how to draw that money out of these rich people. They're all suffering from illnesses that they don't want to die from. They're all aging, they're all getting operations, they're all, but all of this shit they can do naturally and longer lasting and healthier, but they just don't know how to love life. So that's how you pull the money out of the rich people, is give them what they want. They want the cure to what it is they suffer from. So, and then once you pull that out, it's like then you got to spread that wealth with everybody else. You can't come up with a great idea and selfishly, then I will be unhealthy. And that's a contradiction. So, looking forward to hearing anybody who wants to get to work, because I think that's the answer. Don't be focused in the problems, focus on the solutions. What can we do about it? And if it's your income that you want to improve, this is a way to do it. And you can do it without the greed. Peace out.